Hello, y'all can see me?
I can see you on the stream.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with my
Okay, now it works. Okay. So hi y'all, welcome to the stream. Give me an audio and a cam check. I'm pretty sure my camera and Albert's camera is working right now. Let's see how we're gonna go. Sunfish King, what's up? Okay, Sunfish King, I already posted a link in the description. You could come. I'll add you in. Anyone else? If you wanna come in, how many people should we do? I mean, I wanna get Sunfish King in first because he's the one who's telling me how to do stuff on StreamYard. So okay, yeah. So like, I wanna get you in first because I don't know how to make moderators. Yeah, definitely you come in first. Cause I don't see how I could make you guys moderators. Also, Albert, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I mean, I literally just ran back from like an hour ago from the creek exploring video I made. If you haven't checked it out, I ran back there, filmed the video. Like, it's about 30 minutes of driver. Filmed the video, came back, edited it, posted it, ate my lunch, and then now I'm here. So sure, Sunfish King. Hello everyone. I'm just gonna address everyone in the chat. Sharp Fishing TV. Hello. Cast and with Cast. Hello, the New England Angler. Hello, Ashton Basson. Hello, Weston Hamilton. Hello, Jeremy. Hello, Nate. Hello. Hi, y'all, everyone. Okay, so I need to go to YouTube to make you guys moderators. Okay, sure. Let me see how I would be able to do that. Okay, I know how to make you guys comments. So let me see. Sunfish King, I'll try to get him in. Oh, come on. Frustrations. Okay, private. Why? Sure. Albert, up to you.
Alright, so I just typed stuff in the chat. So basically, whatever we want to talk about first, just like type in the chat and we can just talk about that. It's gonna be pretty chill.
Thank you, Jeremy. Oh, hello, Off a Hook. Hello, NKR. Thank you y'all for coming in the stream. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna go on YouTube right now to make the moderators. So, Albert, why don't you just tell us about your legendary 8-pounder?
So basically, I think it was like last Tuesday, I think. So it was just after school because like I had a bunch of time after school because like we finished all my homework and so basically there's just time and so I just went down somewhere for an hour drive and we just went fishing there just to spend the afternoon and the evening. So like I just casted a few rods and like the big brood trout bit, and so we ended up landing that one, and that was a nice experience because like it's kind of rare to get those, and I've been working on catching one of those since November of last year because that's when they usually start stocking these brood trout, and they usually between like 5 to 10 pounds. They're really big. So, anyways, November when they stocked it first, I had tons of homework, had extra curricular stuff that I had to do, and I wasn't able to make it on the days that they stock broods, so like those days were missed. Winter break, I decided to go somewhere 2 hours away. They were good fish. They're like all in the 14-inch range, but like they still forgot to stock broods or something, which the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife came in later and said that their the order or something had an error, so like there weren't any broods that day. And then all January long, I went and caught fish all over the valley in Oregon, and there were all different sizes, mostly good size, between like 14 and 16 inches. But like, I didn't really catch a brood those times either, and it was already starting to die down. And in February was probably my worst month out of all of these, because like, I didn't really catch any fish at all, even though I went fishing quite a few times. Um, I wanted to go to Junction City Pond in like this southern part of the valley, but like, um, they it was like really slow there, and every time I went, there weren't any bites. So yeah, there's that. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting worried about how there's not going to be any root trout left because it's getting closer to spring, and they only usually stock it during the holiday season. So yeah, but then I just decided to go to Timberland once just to see what the fishing was like, and yeah, that's how we hooked onto it. So I guess the moral of this is like, even if you go through a period of slow fishing, keep on fishing or just change some strategies or figure out what you're doing wrong during that time and just keep on trying and attempting to catch fish. Otherwise, you're guaranteed to catch no fish at all. Whereas if you go out fishing every time, you're gonna get more experience, first of all. You're also gonna have a chance of catching fish. And even if you don't catch fish, you're still gonna have some fun and spend some time out there. Yeah, that's what Jeremy said. Yeah, man, gotta keep on fishing. That's true. Fish whenever you can, and then you get more experience.
Have I guys told you why I added Albert to the channel as a manager? Because I can't go everywhere and fish, so I'm just gonna let Albert post all the fishing footages for now. So to keep you guys entertained and stuff. Okay, Sunfish King. All the moderators, I think have made a few. Sunfish King, Sharp Fishing TV, and Albert. Albert, you don't need to worry much, but Sunfish King and Sharp Fishing TV, if you guys are still there, can you guys go down there and try to see if the moderator stuff works? Cause I'm new to this stuff. Last time I streamed was on the good old YouTube algorithm, so I don't know how this StreamYard thing is gonna work for me right now. Okay, so I'm gonna also add Jeremy seems like so yeah today we're Albert, have I ever told you what we're gonna do today?
I don't think so, but like
I told you once. I told you in our private Google Meet. Do you still remember?
we're gonna talk about our future about fishing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. We're and also Oregon stocking schedule came up. So any of y'all
Yeah.
living in Oregon, the trout stocking schedule came up again. I probably like got this news very late, but yeah. So if you don't know yet, go check it out. The stocking schedule is finally back. Yeah. So if you don't know yet, Jeremy, I just made you a moderator. Okay, so guys, Albert, talking about the future of the channel was part of the stream. I also did wait. Okay. Okay. So Sunfish King is just like adding links in the chat. No problem. So I'm also gonna be doing a fishing trivia with you guys. Albert, I should have told you that. I told you to actually prepare for it. And I think I also told Sunfish King. You guys might have forgotten, but anyways, that's what we are doing today. Rules are simple. just to keep all of you guys entertained and your minds sharp on fishing. Since it's almost pre-spawn, we're ready to go to fishing. So we need to get the fishing knowledge sharp, everyone. So to make this fair, everyone is gonna answer in chat. Like Albert can't just pop up and like say something like what's the, let's say how should I say this? Let me give you guys an example. Like um I don't know, like how do you spell largemouth bass? Like Albert could just like shout out like LARG. Okay, I'm bad at spelling. But anyway, the point is that everyone has are all fair. We have to answer in chat, so like nobody like could go faster than the other person. So that's kind of what we're doing. And okay. Albert, do you want to ask the questions first? Cause like I really like don't remember much, so I need to keep my fishing mind sharp too.
Alright, sure.
Sure, like any fishing related question, go ahead and ask.
First up, I guess we're gonna do a quick ID question. It's related with species in Oregon. So if you know your Oregon species well or just have been to this area, it's gonna be quite easy for you. But if you're not from the area, this one might be a harder one. Um,
And also, guys, just a reminder, the S word they keep saying in the chat is not like the actual S word. It's for subscribe. If you put subscribe in the chat, not like just my stream, but like any person's stream, basically they're gonna use up a stream time and not gonna get a watch time. So please don't do that. We use Hooksets instead of subscribe or sub. So don't say the SUB word. I'm getting the habit of it. Albert's getting the habit of it. Basically, everyone's getting the habit of it. So yeah, just quick telling you guys that. Okay, Albert's posted a question in chat. What's the difference in looks between a rainbow trout and a sea run cutthroat trout? And just saying, you guys could go up on Google and search it if you don't know it. And but basically, I think I'm gonna keep score. I have my papers and my pencil beside me. So first person to get the question correctly gets a point. Maybe if you get no orange throat on the bow. Albert, is that correct?
yeah, that's one of the main features. It can be like orange or red or just that type of color-ish. I mean, it depends on the fish itself, but it's in that color range, so that's the correct answer.
Okay,
Good job.
Sunfish King gets one. Also, if the highest scoring point, we might give you a free merch after me and Albert get monetized or something like that. When we do give out merch, we're gonna pay the shipping fee and stuff like that. Mark my words for it. If I forgot somehow, just when I get monetized, go down in the comment section below. Just remind me that. I'm gonna take your word for it. But like, I'm not gonna take your word for it. If like 10 people just come to me, I'll say that they won't. Like, nah. Just like be honest, okay, guys. Okay. Okay. So, Jeremy, which part of US do you live in? So I'm actually gonna give you guys a question that is more universal, like not just like a regional thing. Like if you don't have trout in your area, most likely you won't know what's like the difference between a rainbow and cutthroat, especially yeah, basically if you don't live in the Pacific Northwest. But okay, Sunfish King, I'm gonna share you the link again. Okay, here's the link. Jeremy's in Louisiana. Okay, so you guys have gars in Louisiana, don't you? Like garfish is pretty common in the American South, I'm pretty sure. We ain't got those in Oregon, but I'm pretty sure you guys got gars in Louisiana. Do you guys? Just like someone who lives in Louisiana or American South? Okay, sure. Albert has a question about gars. Wow. Okay, Albert, get on with it. I mean, you can unmute. It's way faster.
All right, the question is, how do you catch gar without hooks?
Yo, what's up?
I know the answer, but
Sunfish
I'm not
King.
allowed to say it.
Wait, huh? Oh yeah.
I'm not going to say it, but I know it.
Okay, just type it in chat. That's
Oh,
a
can I
fast
type in
way.
the answer? No, I can't
Yeah.
chat. Dang it.
So make it. You can't chat. You can use your phone.
I know what it is.
Okay. I mean I know what it is too. Like getting stuck. Like in the winter, I'm all bored. In the literally like a few months. Like a month ago, Albert, we got like a huge storm, and then like everyone's stuck. And then like we can go out, and I'm just gonna keep like watching videos like about people fishing the American South. Oh wow, Albert, is that a correct answer? That's what I was thinking too.
Yep, that's
Rope
right.
jigs.
Rope
Yeah.
jig.
I've always found them interesting. Sadly, no gar in Oregon.
But I mean, you could also spear fishing them. I'm gonna give Nate and I mean Ray. You could also spear fish them.
Yeah, Jeremy's right as well. I've seen a lot of people around here bow fish for gar. He said bow fishing.
Yeah.
That's definitely a
Yeah,
way that
I
people
mean
go
these
for it.
are like because they're still fishing. I mean, like we'll just count those in. I hope it's not gonna rain on me. It's gonna be bad.
I mean,
Like-
I guess I was thinking more rope jigs, but like, I mean, those other answers technically don't use hooks either.
Yeah, a few like months ago, I ran into someone online who lives in Alabama, I think, and we are like, "How do you like catch gar?" Because I'm pretty sure it's a pretty common thing down there in the South. And like rope jigs, that's like the way to go if you've got heavy tackle, and then just because the rope kind of tangles your mouth. Is that how like they catch them? Like they just wrap it around the mouth and stuff like that.
It gets stuck in the teeth, so you gotta. If you don't
Yeah.
want to have to sit there and pick freaking alligator's teeth out of the rope, I wouldn't go for gar if I were you. I've caught all my gar. I've caught all my gar except for one on worms, worm and bobber. You just got to let them take the hook for about 2 minutes. And then I caught my biggest gar snagging. I was snagging for Asian carp, trying to remove them, and I caught a big old 3 or 4 foot gar.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. Because they have like the long alligator type of mouth, right? So it's really hard to get a hook set on them.
That's what Nate V said. Nate, if you want to hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, Fishbrain, I'll tell you exactly how to get a hook in their mouth. I've caught like 30 gar with hooks.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, that was like a question for the South people. Sunfish King, since you're Sunfish, Sunfish King, I remember your name is because you caught a bunch of sunfish over the summer, right? That's
The
why.
Sunfish King. A couple people call me a couple different like nicknames on Fishbrain having to do with sunfish, and Sunfish King was my favorite, so I just kind of stuck with that one. But yeah, I told everyone over the summer to anyone in the world to challenge me to bluegill or green sunfish, and no one was able to beat me.
Well, how much did you catch?
Do you want to know? What do you mean, like for the whole year?
Like for the whole summer, like the thing you challenge other people to do.
I don't know exactly, but I remember one summer or one of the months in the summer, probably July or August. This kid named Cat's Bass Crappie is his name on there. He challenged me. He ended up with like 80 or something. I ended up like 360
Really?
green sunfish for a month.
Cool.
Albert, can we do that? We're gonna challenge you.
Okay, look.
We have like a very good pond down there called St. Louis Pond.
I'll
We
challenge
have
you to
a
green
video
sunfish
on that.
any day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
They're
guys
like-
can do it. You guys can make a video for like 2 hours, do a live stream, then I'll do a live stream for 2 hours, and I'll try to catch
Sure.
more than you. And I'll let you
Sure,
guys both go.
in the summer.
I'll challenge you both.
The issue
2 on
is
1.
it's kind of unfair because like we don't have many green sunfish. It's predominantly bluegill.
Like just
Then
also,
let's do bluegills then.
Yeah, I
Bluegill,
think
yeah, we can do
bluegill
bluegill.
evens the competition because like in there I've fished there for like 3 years, that pond, and I've caught like 5, 6 green sunfish.
yeah. But like there's a bunch of bluegills in there, right? Like
Yeah.
literally, the only thing you gotta do is let your hook down there, wait for like less than 30 seconds, and then like you could just like get it up. The only most time consuming thing is that they could get good hook, and then you've got to kind of just like get a hook out. That's like the thing that's like gonna take up the most time.
Yeah, I recommend long shank hooks and like panfish style hooks that have the really long shank because that's easier to pull out, and then always have pliers with you. So that'll make that
Yeah.
quicker. But yeah, that's still
Um,
time consuming.
Albert, what type of hook do you use? I just use like those tiny circle hooks.
For me, I use just the regular worm hooks with like the shanks. And
Oh yeah, so you guys all use like shanks, huh?
yeah, so basically I just get the smallest hook, the size 14 or 16, just the small one.
That's
And then
tiny.
for
That's why you
me,
get gut hook because that's so small.
I don't get gut hook that often because like I feel like once you get practice with the slightly bigger hooks like the 10s and the 12s, and you practice the good hook set and the timing, once you get the timing right, you're gonna gonna be able to like hook set it really well and not a gut hook. Like with me at 14, 16, I can release the small ones like every time basically.
Well, Sunfish King, you've got a bunch of competition out here. People are challenging you.
Just Jeremy. Who else challenged me? I'll challenge anybody.
We are
to sunfish.
challenging you.
Oh, you got yeah. Well, let's definitely do it. Let's get Jeremy in on it too.
I
We'll
caught a
each do
few
a couple
hundred
hours.
bluegill this summer.
Well, okay. Like, be like, any of you living in Oregon, go down to St. Louis Pond. Probably every week you're gonna see us sitting there just like trying to catch bluegills and logging them on fish brain.
Do they have good size ones there, like that you can take home and eat,
No.
or are they just
Well,
small?
5 inches, like it's probably the biggest you could get.
the issue with us in Oregon is that any warm water species, you can find it. Like catfish, I'm sure you can find some somewhere. Bass, you can find some somewhere. Bluegill, you can find some somewhere. The difficult thing is that they're always small. Like bass, the most size range I catch them in is like 8 to 10 inches, or like maybe smaller than that, like this big. And then bluegill, they're mostly 3 to 4 inches. And
Yeah,
like
it's very
catfish, they're
small.
like a foot.
Maybe you need to throw
Okay,
bigger baits.
Oh no, like fish here are very finicky. Like a traditional fly is like big baits, big fish. It didn't really work in Oregon. Like we're just like especially the warm water species. Because they are probably in a colder water. They don't like to bite big stuff. They don't really get into an aggressive phase. Except for like the bluegills, maybe in the summer. I've seen them like go for plain hooks. So like yeah. Also on Sunfish King, because you're so good with Sunfish, or at least you are right now, you still got a rank up. I actually want you to give out the question for Sunfish, like a Sunfish related fishing trivia question.
Fishing trivia question. Okay.
Yeah, about
What?
Sunfish.
All right. Oh man, I don't want to. So, does anyone know? I bet Sunfish Assassin does. Does anyone know what genus bluegills, green sunfish, red ear sunfish, all those long ear sunfish are in? They're all in the same genus. They're different species, but they're all in the same genus. Does anyone know the genus name? It's gonna be who Googles it faster or Sunfish Assassin. I'm sure he knows.
No, I actually remember that. I actually did a project on all the types of species that we have in Oregon, and I'm pretty sure I hit that. Like it's the same genus with the largemouth bass, right? The bass family. Am I
No,
correct?
no. That's a family. Family's above genus.
Oh, that's a family. Okay, that's a
Sunfish
family.
Assassin is kind of close. He's got the first 3 letters right.
Albert, stop trying in my private chat. I'm not gonna count that because I can't see it. Go for a public chat, buddy. I'm not
Oh,
just
Albert
gonna.
got it. Albert got it though.
I'm not gonna spoil it for the public chat. Cause like Extreme Philly Fishing, he always like posts the name of the species and with his catch, so like I kind of have it like vaguely in my memory.
Oh yeah, extreme Philly. He catches bunch of like he's like a good old multi-species fisherman. He doesn't care like how big it is. He's just like playing like species. Wait, is it lepro or whatever?
It's Lepomis. LEP. I'll put it in the chat. Lepomis. So like bluegill is Lepomis macrochirus, and then green sunfish is Lepomis cyanellus. Long ear is Lepomis megalotus, red ears, Lepomis microlophus, and so there's multiple other members. We also have warmouth and orange spotted in Missouri. Those are the only 6 we have.
Should we give Sunfish Assassin like half a point on that? Cause he
Yeah,
still
no, he
got.
can get. I mean, yeah, that's the closest one that anyone got.
Well, I guess then we're just gonna give him full point then. So Sunfish King is still leading the board on 2. Okay, I don't know, Albert, it's your turn.
All right, let me think of one.
What up, Sunfish Assassin? By the way, and Jeremy and everybody.
I'm gonna see. It's gonna take a bit for me to think of it.
Oh, by the way, sorry guys, like there's some kids out there, so it might be a little bit background noise out there, so please excuse me for that.
Still need to look that up.
So, question is, name any 3 differences between
Albert,
smallmouth
did you
and
get it?
largemouth. Wait, I don't think I got.
Guys, can you hear
Oh.
me, guys? Because like my internet is really bad right now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Tell me in chat or unmute. Like my internet is very lagging right now. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay, I guess it's just my problem, man.
Sunfish Assassin has 2 fish in the Lepomis family swimming in his aquarium and 1 that is not. You still got that crappie? Because I know they do terribly in aquariums. They're so beautiful, but they don't do good in aquariums because it's not enough moving water. Like small aquariums, unless you have a big old one. It's hard. What is Jeremy saying about smallmouth and largemouth?
I think it's like clarification.
What was the question? I didn't even hear it.
It's just like getting 3 differences between largemouth and smallmouth. Because like usually most people can identify 1. Some people may identify 2. 3 is, I feel like, it's a bit more challenging, but it's definitely attainable.
Wait, so Jeremy got that point, right?
Not quite yet.
Who gets a point?
I feel like definitely more. Let's see. Max is markings and tone pass. Sure, I guess that works. And then I feel like mouth color and shape work, but like it's just a bit vague, I guess.
The size of the jaw, basically. If the jaw extends past the eye, then it's definitely a large mouth. Small mouth doesn't even get close to that.
Yeah, there's some other things too, such as largemouth tend to live in places that are more weedy, and so they can ambush the bluegill and other smaller fish in general. And smallmouth tend to hide near the rocks and feed on crayfish.
Oh yeah, we thought you meant as far as appearance, not like ecology.
I meant like appearance and ecology and just in general, like any 3 differences. And
gotcha. Smallmouth need open water. They can't live in small ponds very well at all. Largemouth can live in a puddle.
Yeah, true.
Jeremy, we don't have smallmouth either. I just drove 3 hours to catch some smallmouth.
Okay, so we're just gonna put a pause right here because me and Albert, we want your opinion on something. We were like, our school has a pond. Albert, do you want to explain it? about the
Honestly, kind of.
fish stock.
Yeah, he kind of had a dumb idea. Well, not really a dumb idea, a kind of crazy idea about how he was trying to convince a science teacher to stock some bluegill in a pond that has crayfish, and the pond is like super shallow. Honestly, I think it's a bit far fetched, but like, I think it's possible.
How
And
shallow?
I have no idea, but it's probably like a foot deep.
Yeah, I
12
wouldn't do
inches.
that. That's too shallow. That's not a fish pond.
Yeah, that's what.
Off the Hook wants to know what
I
I
mean,
caught
like I
today.
also said, Albert, do you want to deflate for your neighbors? Hey.
Wait, say that again. I didn't quite catch that.
Huh? I didn't
I
catch
didn't quite
anything.
catch what you said. No, I didn't quite catch what you said.
Wait, what?
No, we can move on with like, I guess anyone want to talk about anything else? Like, it doesn't even have to be fishing related. Just
Yeah.
in general.
Off the Hook has a question for me. He said, "What did you catch today, Sunfish?" So I wanted to go try the little small creek. If you follow me on Fishbrand, you probably know I post about it a lot. Post Oak Creek in Warrensburg. The reason why I go there a lot, even though it's just a bunch of small fish so far, it's really fun. You can get into a lot of action, and it's just a few minutes from my college. So I literally go between classes and stuff like that. I just keep my waders and a couple rods in my car. So I brought my friend who he's been fishing with me lately. He hasn't caught a whole lot of fish in his life. Today, I think he caught 10 fish, and he said that's the most fish he's ever caught in one day before. So he's not a big fisherman, but we took like these little 3-foot dock runner rods. We went to the creek. We were just doing some creek fishing with worms, and I caught a bunch of creek chubs. Some of them were spawning with beautiful like red fins and stuff like that, and the big tubercles on their head. They were putting up a good fight on those little tiny rods, and then we were catching some of the biggest common shiners I've seen in my life. The sunfish haven't came back to that creek yet. They're still in deeper water because it's cold. But I caught my first ever log perch today, so that's I believe species 36 for me. So that's what I caught today, off the hook. Thanks for asking. You catch anything today off the hook? And then Sunfish Assassin said something about Bartram's bass, which they're really cool. I don't know if you guys know what those are, but they look super cool. I don't think they get that big, but they're awesome. Yeah, Nate V's in Wisconsin, so he doesn't have open water. The little shiners I catch are small in the creek. Yeah, common shiners here get pretty good size. They're pretty fat. They're the ones that look like they're missing scales on their sides, and they have the really deep lateral line. Those are the common shiners. Big old head. They look kind of like creek chubs until you get them closer. They're super shiny. Off the Hook's ready to start swinging on some hogs. Me too, man. Big old head. They look kind of like creek chubs until you get them closer. They're super shiny. What's going on? I'm hearing a bad echo right now. Hook's ready to start swinging on some. Me too, man. What's going on? I'm hearing a bad echo. Apparently, he's having some issues on his end. Yeah, Nate V's just waiting on the thaw. When are you expecting to have open water? And are you still ice fishing right now, Nate? Getting into any ice fishing?
Yeah,
Oh, apparently there's a very bad echo. Yeah, I can hear you. Off the Hook, is it still a bad echo or is it gone? I think it was just when he had his two streams open at once. If there's still a bad echo, let me know. Oh, it's not safe ice. Okay, Nate. The echo
So is
stopped.
that
Thanks.
good now? Because like my internet bar is very low right now. Okay,
Yeah, I can.
sure,
I can
no
hear you
problem.
fine.
Because like my phone one just like okay, sure. I mean like
Yeah.
I don't think it's your problem. I think it's more of my problem for some reason. So anything? I mean like today the weather is nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Speaking of Wisconsin, I remember I went there one winter back when I lived in Iowa. And the ice on this one lake, I believe it was near Madison. No, actually it was well around that area basically. There no actually it wasn't near Madison, but like kind of close there. Anyways, the lake had like just 1 or 2 inches of ice on top of it. You so like it's one of those places where it's frozen, you can't access it, but like if you go on there, the ice is gonna fall. Which when I tried just putting like stepping on there and whatnot, it just cracked from the edge. So that type of ice kind of sucks.
I've been to Wisconsin, but I never fished there. I'll have to try to go there sometime. All right, guys. We're gonna have to start talking about something so we don't lose people. So anyone in the chat right now, what do you guys want to comment your PB bass? Let's talk about some PB bass. You catch a lot of bass, Albert?
Not very much. For me, it's
What would you-
mostly just trout and occasionally some bluegill.
Some nice trout too, I heard.
Yeah, thanks.
Could be sooner. Yeah, Nate V says hoping to have open water by the beginning of April, maybe mid-April. So he said it could be sooner if they keep having days in the 60s. It's been 70 the last couple of days here, but what I'm dealing with is it was like super, super, super cold and everything was frozen. And then it got nice for like a day. Then it's been like 50-mile-per-hour winds the last few days, and then I think tomorrow it's supposed to start pouring for like 40 days and 40 nights. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, for us, it's just classic winter weather. So basically, cloudy and rain, kind of weather. So for us, it's kind of still we're in the kind of
Wow.
early for warm water range.
Jeremy said his PB bass is
Okay,
7.5.
guys, can you hear me right now?
I can hear you.
That's a nice bass.
And off the hooks is almost 6, bro. What about Albert? What would you say your biggest bass is though that you've caught?
Like 2.
It's okay if it's not that big.
It's like 2.
That ain't bad, dude. A 2 fight's good, especially on light gear.
Yeah.
Mine's not even 4. Mine's like 311, 312. And I
That's
thought it was pretty good.
nice. Anyone want to talk about PBs and like other species? Because like bass is not the only species out there.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to hear about the people in the chats, PB, crappie, and catfish for sure. I'd love to hear that.
Crappie for me, I honestly don't know. Probably, I think I might have caught like an 8 or 9 inch one back in Iowa. I don't know. Like this crappie's entering the uncharted territory, kind of for me.
Oh, really? Yeah. My
Yeah.
biggest crappie's only like 14.5 inches, but it was really, really, really skinny. It wasn't too fat at all. So I'm going to beat that this year for sure. I'm going to break that PB. Got to catch a couple slabs.
And for catfish, I caught like a 15-inch one that was like 2 pounds in Iowa. Two, probably a bit more than that because like it's a catfish and it's fat.
Dang, Nate.
Really?
The 2-pound yellow bullhead is huge, man.
That's like
That's
as
a-
big as my biggest channel catfish.
Jeremy caught a 615 in a tournament. That's awesome. I don't know why
Nice.
Fish Lair keeps popping in and out. He's having internet issues, but we're going to keep this thing going anyway, just so that we keep everybody entertained in the chat, basically. But yeah, anyone else have any PB catfish? I'd love to hear. I got to break that too this year. My PB cat is a just under 5-pound channel cat on a minnow. So, and my
I
biggest
kind
bullhead
of-
is
For
there's
me,
an echo.
yeah,
Fish Lair.
I think we join.
Awesome, Nate. Yeah, I don't know how big catfish get up there, but I'm sure they get decent size, man, in the rivers and stuff like that. I know we got some big ones in the rivers around me. I just need to check them out. I need to get some bigger rods, bigger reels, and just spend some more time grinding.
I know there's sturgeon in the rivers, but like Sturgeon fishing and catfish fishing is like completely different difficulty, and for sturgeon, it's more of boat fishing is better compared to banks fishing. It's just the issue, and I don't have that heavy of a rod.
Fish Slayer, you gotta close YouTube, man. You're giving people it's like a bad echo. It's really bad for the viewers right now.
Not necessarily, Nate V. For me, that 8 pound trout, I caught that on a size 16 treble hook with just this tiny bit of power bait. Just enough to cover the size 16 hook, and that's what it bit on.
Yeah.
Sorry for the interruption. Can you guys hear me right now?
Yes, sir.
Cause like my internet just suddenly went to like a 0 bar, and like I tried to get anywhere with 3 devices, and all of them got kicked out. If this problem continues, I'll just like pop out for 5 minutes later, and I'll just go downstairs to my room and film where the Wi-Fi is good. Okay?
Okay.
Cause I'm not having any problems right now. I think like my internet just got a lag for like a period of time. I think it's good now.
Dude. Jeremy caught a 2 3/4 pound crappie. And he caught some over 3 that he didn't have a scale. Those are tanks, dude. Those are tanks. 18-inch that I measured. Oh my gosh. Those are freaking slabs. You keep those and eat them, man, or you throw those back. That's a lot of meat. So you say you want to talk about like increasing people's fishing knowledge and stuff like that, since it's about to be time for pre-spawn and stuff like that. I got a question for anybody in the chat and either of you guys, if you guys know, for like pre-spawn bass. What are your guys' go-to baits going to be in the coming weeks? What are you guys going to be out there grinding with the most? Because I'm going to be doing jigs, cranks, and a little bit of like soft plastic, like Ned rigged crawls and some Texas rig crawls and stuff like that. So you guys let me know.
I personally have done some research on bass fishing, and but the issue is that pre-spawn and just in like after November until like March, there's no warm water fish here, basically. So from the research I've done though, I probably shouldn't say it yet, but like when people answer, I'll tell them what I found.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Fish Slayer, he commented, says suspending jerk baits. No one else said anything else about what they're going to be throwing, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot of jigs and cranks and stuff like that, guys.
Yeah. For me, I'd say, because the bass, they're coming off of a big winter slumber from being lethargic all the time. They're going to still have some of that, like, lethargic lingering in them, and they're going to be pretty tired. So anything you can do with a slow retrieve or just easy to just be in there, that's good. So, like, what Sunfish Assassin says, live bait, that would work well. And just any type of bait, like a jig or something on the bottom, like a Senko or worm that you can retrieve really slowly so the bass can hone in on that without having to spend too much effort. That's going to be really good for targeting those bass.
I got a question. Jeremy, and anybody who wants to know more about bass needs to be taking notes right now, because Jeremy said jerk baits are a must this time of year. All right, Jeremy, I'm not a big, I'm not into jerk baits because I haven't thrown them a whole lot. I'd like to get into them. I know that you say they're a must, and other people also say they're super important. So go right now. Tell me, what are the top, 2, 3, 5, whatever. What are the top jerk baits that I should be going and buying right now? What are your favorite jerk baits to throw? And I need to look up some videos on how exactly to work them, because I know there's different techniques for everything, and there's different things that you may need to know. Keep in mind.
So if you guys want, so first of all, is my audio good now and my camera? Cause I just switched to downstairs.
All right.
Is it good now?
Everything's good, yeah.
Okay, sure. Really, what I forgot this time of year, all the way up to April. First of all, I would use something like a really ultralight, because like as Albert said, there's not much like warm water right now. Like it's basically we're just like still in the hibernating season. Like everything is just down there. They don't want to eat. So like really, this is what I use. Like um, this is actually a creme. I got this as like a budget tackle from Walmart. It's only like $1.25, but like it has a very small profile and it swims pretty well in the water. It's also suspending, so it actually sinks to a certain depth, around 1 to 2 feet, I think. So that would be my go-to right now. And like there's not much fish, so like 8 pound line running on a, like ultralight combo. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So like I don't know what y'all opinions are.
Off the hook outdoors, welcome back. He said, "What did I miss?" We're just talking about. You can go ahead and comment too. We're talking about pre-spawn bass baits right now. I just asked the people and the other people here what they want to throw and what they're probably going to be grinding with the most. And we said jerk baits, lipless cranks, which I only have like cranks with lips on them, basically like square bills, build cranks and stuff like that. So I need to get a lipless crank or two. If anyone has any good brands or whatever, let me know. And then Smithwick is what Jeremy said. I'm assuming that's a brand for jerk baits or something like that. Smithwick makes the Devil's Horse. Is that a jerk bait? What is the Devil's Horse?
I'm
And then
pretty sure
Smithwick Rogue or Dynamite. And Off the Hook likes bluegill, swim baits. Oh, dude, I got in my tackle box, and I'm doing a tackle box unboxing on Friday night coming up soon. But in my last tackle box, I got one of the Mike Buka bull gills, and it's a $15 bait. And so that's probably as much as I spend on the whole tackle box, which is awesome. But yeah, I can't wait to get out there and throw it. I know I'm gonna stick it in a tree, and I'm gonna have to go swimming for it. But I can't wait to get out there and throw that thing. It's really beautiful. It's really nice looking. So, how do you just straight retrieve that off the hook, or let people know how you would work? Because I've not thrown a jointed swim bait at all before. I was scared. I'll admit it. I was scared to throw big baits last year. I just wanted to hook up with anything. I didn't want to grind all day and get a hog. Now I'll grind all day for a hog. I'm more trying to get PBs and stuff this year.
so.
Creature bait. Yeah, I've been throwing crawls
Off
the hook.
striking red eye shad. Me and Albert actually was like into red eye baits last year, like or was it a year before? We were like in a classroom talking about like how red eye baits like are producing in the winter to fall transition. I think that was something like that. That's what we were doing. And like red eye baits really work pretty good. I have one in my tackle book box, but I can't find it right now. So, Jeremy, that would be my prime choice too, but I can't find the bait right now. Um, creature bait, spinner baits are great for pre-spawn. Nate, spinner baits.
Yeah, I've actually never thrown spinner baits, like the bass spinner baits, ones with all the crazy stuff on them and like the whatever, and you put a trailer or you can do it without a trailer. So yeah, you guys can let us know what type of spinner baits you throw and how you work them. I know most people do like a straight retrieve, and there's some other ways you can do it. I think you yo-yo them and stuff like that. What's interesting, you should say spinners. I went out spinner fishing with my little Panther Martin inline spinners for trout. I probably have a couple here that I might be able to show you if I keep looking, but I took those out the other day, and I might have taken them all out of here by now. But anyway, there's little inline spinners, little metal ones, gold and silver. And on the silver one, I caught not my first two, but my second and third largemouth of the year. So the largemouth, we're going for these little 1/8 ounce tiny spinners. It was pretty interesting. They were smashing them too, the silver ones in the murky water after the ice had all melted.
Speaking of different baits, I'm gonna tell us all a story about how the swim bait got its name.
Oh
Okay.
wow, Albert! I've never even heard of that. Story.
That sounds
One day,
self-explanatory.
a kid. Okay, it's not what it was. So basically, one day there was a kid. Let's call him Jim, and Jim was going with his best friend John to this reservoir in an undisclosed location in a mystery place deep in the dark forest. He knew that there were multiple state record smallmouth fish in there because he'd seen them jumping out in previous adventures when he went there by himself. So he went and got one of his soft plastic minnow baits, and he started tossing it around. And then all of a sudden, he catches one that's like 15 pounds, and he reels it in. He takes a picture. He lets it go. But during this time, he wanted to prove it to his friend, who wasn't listening. So he showed the photograph, and the guy didn't believe it because, well, sometimes there's just doubt. And so the guy says, well, then I'll just go catch another one. And then basically what he does is he starts casting the swim bait again and again for hours and hours, and then nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, there's a huge strike, and it rips the reel right off the rod. And then basically, uh, the guy's friend is watching him, and he's watching him chase after the reel because he knows that at the reel, it's probably like a 50-pound smallmouth in the reservoir that's going to be the world record fish by a lot. So what he does is he swims. He swims right after that bait and right after that fish that he knows is going to be there, just to prove it to his friend that he can catch a state record fish and a world record fish. So now, Jim, he's in there, he's swimming. He's trying to find that fish in vain. So basically, what's going on is that he never did actually catch the fish, but he doesn't give up. So if you find a mystery reservoir someday and go in there yelling for Jim, he might actually call back to you and tell you about his fishing journeys and talk to you about how the name swim bait came, because he had to swim after the bait and he never did catch the bait. So yeah, that's the story of the swim bait. My
It really
lame
was.
storytelling skills.
Great story. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that it's a bait that you swim. But- and then crawls off the hook said crawls are great baits. It's the
Oh yeah,
flash man
also,
says mate.
Sunfish King, you say you want to get some spinnerbaits, right?
You're saying what? I want to I want to catch some on spinnerbaits. I have a couple somewhere around here, but I don't know a whole lot about spinnerbaits. You guys could know a lot more about me than me about them. I probably just need to go out there and mess with them. This is a spinnerbait, right? This is what we're talking about, this type of deal. Because I'm used to inline spinners for trout. So I got some of these. Some of these probably need to be retired. Like, no, I think I threw away the ones that didn't have much of a skirt on them. I know you can add skirt too, so I probably shouldn't have thrown them away. But like, what trailers would you guys use with these things?
Striking does makes pretty good spinnerbaits. I'm pretty sure. Guggen's actually just came up with a spinnerbait like a month ago. I think they published it. I'm not really sure. I just saw it on YouTube somewhere. I mean, like Booyah, yeah, Booyah makes pretty good. Booyah, like a very like just basically jig makers. Tons of spinnerbaits. Albert, do you use any spinnerbaits? Cause all I use is like these from
This is
Walmart,
something new.
$1. This is gonna like I never had any problems with those. They are like
What is this
for-
called? This is not a spinnerbait. What is this called?
Chatterbait or something like that.
Probably. It's got a big heavy
like,
weight on it.
no, like it's look like it's like a buzzbait, but like it's also got like a chatterbait. It's like a combination
Buzzbait's
between a
top water.
buzzbait
This
and
thing's got a
chatterbait.
heavy weight on it. This ain't top water. This is a weight. So it's not a buzzbait, I don't think.
I mean,
I think
you know what
buzzbait's got
brand it is?
I have no idea what this is. I didn't pay for this. I just found it.
Yeah, like sometimes you find old baits and they make it in a very weird way that we don't like comprehend it today. Cause like we won't throw like a buzz bait, like kind of a spinning thing on like a weight.
Oh, they're saying that's buzzbait and it is a top water. So even with that heavy ass weight, that's still like just to cast it, I guess.
No, like all buzz baits have like this sort of like weight on there, so like you could just cast it further, I think.
Thank you
It's
guys.
also
So that's a buzzbait. Apparently I have a buzzbait. I need to go throw that in my pond because top water kills it in my pond, especially like summer and fall.
off the hook, striking, wall you go, booyah.
Jeremy
Yeah,
said no, that's just a jacked up bait.
off the hook, yeah, very good selections. That's probably like what I would do for spinnerbaits and
Okay.
baits.
So for spinnerbaits, Strike King, War Eagle, and Booyah. I wrote
I
string.
never heard
That
of
makes
a war eagle. Like Booyah and striking, I do know they make very good baits like these, but like I don't know about like war eagle.
Crazy Cat, if you know who Crazy Cat is on Fish Brain, he was throwing a War Eagle earlier this week, and he was killing him on the War Eagle. He said the War Eagle has landed, and he was probably like a big fish he was catching on him. So, yep. And then, yeah, I don't know if anyone addressed Sunfish Assassin. Probably, I might have missed it. Where he said crayfish baits, zoom, little critter crawl, pumpkin chartreuse crawl, kill it in ponds. What up, Weston?
Weston's here.
That is off the hook. You can bend it. What do you mean you can bend it? Yeah, so the blade hits it, and it makes noise. Oh, you're saying that blade that spins is supposed to hit the weight, or what? That doesn't make sense. Huh.
I've never heard of it. Like, I don't use spinner. Like, it's like I mean, like I use like inline spinners a lot. Like Albert knows, like I'm obsessed with those. That's like the only thing I throw rooster tails. But like, I don't know what you mean by hitting it. Like, do you just like bend this and then just like let this hit the hook or something like that? I have no idea because I don't fish it with that much. And then y'all know like what? Oh, it will crack on the way. Yeah. Okay. I think that's what bending it means.
Hey, apparently we just disappeared for a second, or something. Something just froze for a second, but I think we're back now. I was watching on YouTube and something went weird for a second, but we're good. Oh, it'll clack on that weight. Okay, so we figured it out in the chat. This weird bait. It doesn't hit it, right? I'm supposed to bend this thing, I guess. They say I'm supposed to bend it. I'm gonna break this thing on my stream. So listen, I bent it a little too much. Apparently it's supposed to clack on it. Like that, I guess. It makes a sound. So that's what that's for, I guess. I don't know. That's what the people are telling me. I don't know if I'm gonna throw that thing or not. I might not. We'll see. He's talking about that buzz bait. Yeah. That's all right, Weston. Thanks for joining us, man, for sure. All right, what's next on the list? Fish Slayer.
I mean, like, I don't know. What you guys want to talk about in the chat? Like, first, like, fastest typer wings. Also, Albert has to go to do something, so he's not gonna like be with us the full time. He's just gonna turn his cam and mic off. So, just me and Sunfish King gonna two-roll this one.
Oh, he's the one hosting it, so he can't take his picture out of the stream. Is that what you're saying?
No. He's got like to go to do something, so like he's gonna turn his mic and cam off. He's got like a meeting to go to, I think. So.
Well, yeah, I'm saying it would look a lot better if you could put the two of us on here and not have the little tiny screens. But if he's hosting it, then you can't.
No, yeah, I think I could put you on here. Nah, not that. Can I hide this? Can I hide Albert? Like, I don't want to kick him out right now. So.
Yeah, there we go.
Or do you want to do it like this?
No, the other. Let the people decide. But I thought, yeah, which one looks better, guys?
This is choice number one.
Choice one. Choice
two. So.
Well, how you guys want to watch it? To me, this. No, let's go with choice one.
Okay, sure.
No, Nate said second. Uh oh. My bad.
I'm just gonna. Okay, second. Yeah, like first one, it's like just like zooming full screen. It's kind of weird.
Okay. My bad.
So Sunfish King, green sunfish is like your specialty, right?
Sure. I'd say creek fishing is maybe my specialty, but yeah.
Any like give the people a question about green sunfish that like need some like technicality into it, like some of like technical stuff in catching green sunfish. How about give a problem on that?
Yes. Name the first person to name what is different in the appearance of a green sunfish and a bluegill. Why does the green sunfish look different than a bluegill? And then how is the fight different? And the
So
third part, hold on. How is a bluegill and green sunfish different in looks? How is the fight different between them, or the bite, whatever? And then where's the difference in where they live? Like if you're in a lake, where would you look for the green sunfish? Where would you look for the bluegill? Because they're not going to be in the exact same spot.
So 3 questions, right?
Yeah, it's just 3 parts, I guess.
Yeah.
The first one was the looks. How you tell the looks between a green sunfish and a bluegill? Just name some differences.
They are hybrids. They are more bass-like, and green sunfish likes rocks. Is that accurate? Because I really don't have that much green sunfish in like where I live.
What do you mean they are hybrids? I don't understand what you mean by that. Oh, but Nate V definitely gets. So for where you're gonna find them, he said they like rocks. Definitely they'll be in the shallow water and the rocks. So he definitely gets point for that. And then for appearances, he said wider mouth, which is definitely a giant way to tell the difference. Hulk the Hook said 1 and 2. Keep going back and forth. He was talking about the views. Like, just keep hopping it back and forth. That's hilarious. Yeah, so he's got wider mouth, and then he's got that. What's the difference about the fight between the two? I don't know what you mean by they are hybrids, because they're definitely a species on their own. They're not hybrids. But yeah, what's the difference in the fight or the bite? Like, how are you going to tell if you're in sunfish on the line versus a bluegill? And basically, how's the bite different? Anything. But Nate
Like,
V's
I mean,
basically got it.
I haven't ever caught a green sunfish because like as Albert said, we don't really have this in like where we live. But really, there is a difference between panfish bites because like bluegills, what I feel like is they just like pull, like they just like go pull. Like I mean, I thought like bass, they're just like. I mean, like I get a point to that. Every fish have a different way of fighting themselves, but like I'm not sure how it would like a two panfish fight differently because I'm pretty
All
sure
right, let me explain the panfish bite. So anyone who fishes for crappie knows that it's not a boom, it's not a bite, it's a thump. You're fishing for crappie, and you just get this thump when you're expecting the rod to come up when you're jigging, and it doesn't snap all the way back up. You probably have a crappie on. They don't always bite very hard at all. It's a thump. So bluegills hit harder than crappie. If you're fishing with jigs all day and you're like, wow, that's a big crappie. No, it's usually when a bluegill bites, you know that it's a bluegill. I know I've got that well when I've been hitting crappie all day. I go, oh, well, that's a bluegill because they hit harder. Green sunfish hit even harder. They bite super aggressively and they don't care. They're dumb. I've caught the same one 3 times in a row because if you flash anything colorful in front of their face, they'll hit it. So they hit even harder than a bluegill. They don't always get as big as bluegill in certain waters. It depends because they can get stunted and overpopulated. So they don't always fight harder like for the full fight, but they definitely bite more aggressively and bite harder. And then reddier sunfish they're just like bluegills on steroids. They in my lakes they get bigger. They're really strong. They fight really good, and they just taste better too. So reddier sunfish are the awesome ones.
Yeah, Sunfish King. Speaking of like the crappie, my first catch is a channel cat. I probably told you that on one of your videos. My second catch was also a channel cat. I caught 2 straight channel cats like back to back, like not on the same day, but on the second day. And my third fish, fourth fish, and fifth fish were like 3 crappies. And I all caught them like on like inline spinner. Like literally, I just cast out there, they just hit it.
Yeah, the inline spinner can catch any fish. You can catch anything on an inline spinner. It's a very versatile bait. I would call that one a rooster tail though, just because the weight is on an axis and it moves freely, and because it has the hair on the bottom.
Sunfish King, keep the chat going. I need to get the battery going. Like my computer only gets 6% left.
Hurry up! Go get that plugged in for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right, what do we got in the chat? Weston Hamilton, I've been meaning to address what you're saying. So I found a crawfish trap. Actually, it's bigger. It's like a fish trap, and it was attached to the end of the dock, and it was honestly a little bit rusty, whatever. But on my lake, And I picked it up out there. It was funny that day. I went out to walk with my dog, and I said, I'm not going to. Hopefully, I didn't freeze. Something froze on my screen. Anyway, I said I'm not gonna go fishing today. You know, I've been fishing a lot. I'm just gonna take a break. I need to do some other stuff, whatever. I needed to get some stuff done. So I was taking my dog for a walk before I was strapped down and got some stuff done. And of course, I see a fish trap out there, and I pick it up. No one's anywhere. Literally no cars, nothing. And I picked that fish trap up, and there's a green sunfish stuck in it. Just like he's got nowhere to go. He's got no food. He's pretty chunky too. So I was like, dude, I caught a fish, even though I didn't mean to fish today. I didn't bring a rod with me. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, I took it out. I took a picture of that green sunfish. Didn't post it on Fish Brains saying it was my catch. Don't worry, guys. But I took a picture of that green sunfish because it was a really, really beautiful one. But I took that trap because nobody was using it or anything. I didn't want a bunch of fish to get caught in there and then just die randomly. Like, there's no point in that. Okay, apparently I'm the only one on here. But yeah, so I actually used it for a while trying to catch crawdads out there, and all I ever caught was small bait fish in it. And so I ended up retiring it because it started to rust out and stuff like that. And yeah, if you want to use it yourself, that's cool. Just make sure this one had like a separation between layers of the like mesh on it, and be careful it doesn't have nothing like that because fish could get stuck in between there and then just like not have anywhere to go and die. And so that's why I ended up retiring it, because it actually killed like 1 or 2 little tiny bluegills, which was super stupid.
Can you guys hear me right now?
I can hear you.
I'm on my phone right now because my computer just died. But 6% of battery didn't last. Like, I literally sprinted up there the fastest I ever had in my life, and then came down here almost stumbling down the stairs, and bam. Well, the ER didn't work. It's still so I'm just gonna be on my phone for a while. Hopefully that doesn't die. And then after my computer wakes up, hopefully before the stream ends, I'm gonna switch back there. Just letting you guys know, okay?
Yep.
Sure. What are you guys talking about again?
So Off the Hook Outdoors, I'm just going to address what he said. And yeah, Weston Hamilton's going to take it back to his house. Yeah, that's probably fine, dude. If it's just sitting out there, it's going to kill fish if no one's messing with it. Just make sure that you don't think it belongs to someone. If you see someone out there checking it or looking for it, obviously don't take it. But Off the Hook says, is there any difference in taste? Do you guys eat bluegill and green sunfish? And I'll go ahead and answer first. When it comes to panfish, let me rank them. So of the ones that I've caught around here, so these ones are good. They taste fine. Green sunfish and long ear, I wouldn't recommend keeping long ear and trying to eat them because the biggest one around here is 4 ounces. So I just kept a couple of them that were gut hooked because I wanted to try them. They're super beautiful though. I'm really not worth keeping tiny little fish to eat them. But they taste about the same, and they live in a lot of the same conditions, and they taste pretty good. Bluegill tastes a little better, a little cleaner, I would say, and you get more meat from it. Bluegill is really good a lot of different ways. It's really, really good. And then above that, I would put red ear sunfish. It definitely tastes better than bluegill. Got a cleaner taste, whiter meat. It's just noticeably better, a little bit sweeter. And then crappie is definitely like the best panfish of all the panfish as far as
What about
flavor.
perch?
I've never had. We don't have perch in my area. I've never caught a perch. Never. I caught my first log perch today, which isn't really a perch, but
Like
we don't.
perch.
I don't know anything about perch, man. I'd love to catch a perch. The sucky thing around me is people call sunfish perch. So everyone's like, "Oh, I was catching a bunch of perch out of this lake," and then I go to the lake and it's a bunch of bluegill, and it's annoying. People always call fish the wrong things.
Yeah, Sunfish King, whenever you go north, definitely go get some perch. Very easy to catch. If you go north enough to ice fish, you could ice fish for them. If you're just like going like normal north, like to like let's say around like Oregon or like a little above, I think they also got perch in Iowa, where Albert used to live. They all work. Just like do a worm and bobber thing, like how you catch any fish. They taste delicious.
Oh yeah,
You've
yeah.
got to, like,
I would be able to catch them if I went where perch were. I'd catch some for sure. Don't worry about that. Nate V said, "Dude, come up here so we can get you some." He's in Wisconsin. I'm almost 100% sure. I would love to find like a few free days, almost a week maybe, to actually drive up there, spend a couple days if you had a few free days and do that. That'd be really awesome if I could work that out sometime like this summer or something. Because I've never caught a walleye. I'm sure you guys have nice walleye up there. I've never caught a pike or muskie. I'm sure you probably have those up there. Never caught a perch. Like, my favorite thing in the world is catching new species. So I bet it would be awesome. I bet we could both learn a lot from each other, Nate. You got to echo. He keeps having
Good. My computer I was able to save it from Ultimate Doom.
Good, man. Nate said got them all. He's got all those species. I'm seeing the chat. I'm looking on YouTube, so I see the chat a little quicker. And Nate said perch is so good. I bet it probably compares to. I bet it's about bluegill status. I bet it's not as good as red ear and not as good as crappie, but I bet it's either about the same as bluegill or maybe a tiny bit better. That'd be my guess. Maybe a tiny bit sweeter.
So what's like? I mean, like we could all agree on that. Like crappie is probably like the best tasting fish of all time.
I know, Jeremy. I was just about to ask the people. Go ahead and comment what your favorite freshwater fish is, because we're not even going to talk ocean fish, because that doesn't even compare.
Freshwater
I would say
fish.
favorite freshwater fish has got to be salmon, probably.
Salmon is freshwater. I felt like they go down in the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, you can catch salmon out of lakes in Colorado. It depends on the
Oh,
species. You can catch them in rivers all the time. Yeah, the ones that are in the ocean come up to the rivers to spawn, and then they die.
Wait,
If
you
can get
guys
them
got
before they
lakes?
spawn. What?
You guys got salmons in lakes?
Not here in Colorado.
In Colorado, they got salmons in lakes.
Yeah, they stock them in a lot of lakes. They eat like planktons and stuff like that, and a lot of them get gill mites. It's a really common thing, and it just wipes out populations. So a lot of lakes that have been stocked with them have completely been wiped out, but ones that haven't got those gill mites yet are still have healthy populations. People catch them like 200 feet deep in giant reservoirs on crankbaits and stuff like that, because they don't eat like fish and stuff like that. They're filter feeders. They eat like plankton and stuff, but they get mad if you move something flashy in front of their face, and they bite at it, and that'll get them.
Yeah, I mean, like we live in Oregon. We ain't got any stocked salmons and steelheads. They just run in the rivers. I'm hopefully gonna get a salmon steelhead in 2021. But like, I never heard of salmon stocked in like rivers. Sorry, in lakes, cause like that's just like not a common thing here. We do got
Yeah, like
stocked.
coho salmon. Nate V said coho salmon in Lake Michigan. And have you ever caught a salmon out of a lake, Nate, up there in Michigan?
Lake Michigan is Great Lakes, right? Look, Great Lakes. I'm not the best at geography. Great Lakes, yeah, it should be somewhere around.
Well, Michigan is right up there with the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, and Lake Superior. I've been to Lake Superior. It was pretty cool, except I got attacked by horseflies about this big, and they wouldn't leave me alone. That kind of ruined everything. But besides that, it was cool. He's never caught. He said, not at all. It borders Wisconsin and Michigan. Yeah. The Great Lakes are crazy. When you go to the Great Lake on the beach, it looks like the ocean. You can't see the other side. It's huge. But they're freshwater. I'm almost 100% sure they're just completely freshwater lakes, because they're not like attached to the ocean or anything at all. But they look like the ocean. I bet there's some amazing fishing out there.
Yeah, I really want to go there. Like, they've even got sturgeons in there, I'm pretty sure.
Sturgeon? Is that what you said?
Yeah, lake sturgeons.
Lake sturgeon. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Probably. I'd like to catch a sturgeon. They seem pretty fun. I saw you did a video about sturgeon rigs not too long ago.
Yeah, we've got those in Oregon. So like, in the winter time, like the only fishing is like fishing for sturgeons. Like maybe some winter steelhead, but like other species like Albertset, one more species, like it's just out of box. Nothing's gonna bite you. You throw a crankbait down there, like a lipless, probably like lipless, which is basically one of the best bass baits to throw in winter, at like a very heavily stocked bass pond, you might have a possibility of getting something. But otherwise, for us in Oregon, like really where salmon still had a sturgeon down in the cold months and the rainy months. That's like the only fishing we've got.
Gotcha. Are sturgeon protected around there?
Yeah, in the summer we're not allowed to fish for them because they're spawning. It's pretty much illegal, and we only get to keep 2 a year. But I really don't want to keep these things because First of all, like they're too big. There's
Yeah.
no way I'm like gonna like be able to eat all of those meat. Like, and I heard sturgeons are pretty good. I've never. I might have ate some like from like a grocery store. I might have bought some and ate some, but I honestly don't remember. But I heard
Yeah,
they're good.
maybe around there. I've never seen sturgeon in a grocery store around here, but maybe in your area where they're more common and stuff.
And also in Missouri, you guys got drums, huh?
Yeah, we got freshwater drum. My biggest
Yeah,
one's
we
like
ain't got
4.5
drum.
pounds.
No.
Yeah, freshwater drum are really dark and ugly in other places, and then I catch them around here, and they're like bluish silver, and they're really cool looking. So we got some pretty drums for some reason. I don't know what it is.
So anyone leave on like what do you guys want us to talk about in chat?
Yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? We'll talk about anything. Ask me or ask Fish Slayer any questions you have about YouTube or anything. What I will tell you guys while we're waiting for people to comment in the chat. So I gained 40 Hooksets subscribers. I gained 40 Hooksets last night, and everyone's been asking me all morning how I gained 40 overnight. And I was wondering it too because I woke up. Everyone's like, "How'd you gain so many? How are you growing so fast?" And I thought they were just asking, normal because I've been growing, at a steady rate. But I didn't realize. So after a bunch of people asked, I looked on YouTube, and so last night I had 375 when I started my live stream, and I had 414 this morning. But I finally figured out how I did it. If anyone's curious, I put Gasper Goo. Is Gasper Goo the what you guys are talking about, freshwater drum? I've heard people call, I think, freshwater drum Gasper Goo or something like that. He said, "Dude, that's dope. Congrats. Wow, that's a lot." Oh yeah. About my Hooksets. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, the way I did it, I finally figured out what it was. I recently, a couple days ago, and this shorts don't give you any watch time. You don't get any watch time for shorts. Shorts can't be monetized, so they can't advertise on them. So there's been a big debate lately what shorts actually do for your channel. They get you a lot of views, and if you can turn those into viewers or Hooksets, subscribers, whatever, it's awesome. So what I've been experimenting with how to, because it seemed like one of my big slab sunfish release shorts, I got 4,100, 4,200, something like that views on it, and I don't think a single person Hookset to me from all those views. So I was trying, how can I turn these views into Hooksets? So what I did, I recently released a trout almondine where I did a pretty good job. I made some really, really fire dish out of trout, and it had like, basically, if you look up trout almondine, you can see what it is. Check my channel, look for the short. And I knew it would get a lot because a lot of people like cooking and stuff, and I did a pretty good job with it and stuff like that and whatever, and the thumbnail was cool. And I got, right now, it's been like 3 days, and I have 12,000 views on that one. And I put a 9 to 10 second thing at the end where all I say is, "What's up, Sunfish King? Go ahead and like this if you like this, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can see more fishing and outdoors content." And the general rule in business is if you ask someone to do something, then it's about 1 to 2% return. So if you ask somebody to subscribe, ask someone to like, you're going to get a 1 to 2% return. That's not the case with shorts because a lot of people don't even make it to the end, whatever. But of those 12,000 views, the people who made it to the end, I have to assume that it was somewhere around 400 of those 12,000 or 450 made it to the end, and then 1% of them actually went ahead and subscribed. So I ended up getting 40 Hooksets, or maybe a little more. I didn't do the exact math. Somewhere right in there. I think it was about 40. Yeah, I think 39, 40 overnight. And then I got 170 likes on that video right now, and I'm sure it's going to end up with more than 12,000 views too. So shorts can help you out even if you don't think they can. Shorts are super cool for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, and I don't know how to do shorts, but like when I
I'll
go
tell you
on
how
my
to do it.
channel, apparently I've made a short without even realizing I actually done it. So like
So what
I
you
just,
did was you posted a video less than 1 minute that was filmed on your phone in 9/16 portrait aspect ratio. So it was less than 60 seconds and filmed on your phone. So it automatically got put into shorts.
let's see. I'm pretty sure it's let me see. Oh yeah, so like it automatically does it, cause like I was confused. Like I didn't mean to do a short, and then it
Yeah.
somehow
So here's
ended
we
up.
can talk. We can talk more about it. Anyone who has a YouTube channel in the chat, what I want to do, um, and I'm probably gonna have to do it just not on StreamYard. I'm probably gonna just have to stream on my computer through YouTube because I'm about to run out of StreamYard time, so I won't be able to have guests on and stuff like that. But I'm probably gonna stream it from YouTube pretty soon. What I want to do is a monthly content creator stream where we go for like an hour, maybe two, maybe a little longer if people want to talk. Um, and I might do that this weekend since I got some time this weekend. It's going to be rainy, but I'll advertise it maybe Saturday or Sunday. But I want to do you guys come in here and we just all share tips, tricks, and ideas with each other to help everybody grow and help everybody make better content and be more effective with how we release the content, when we release the content, and the way we go about tags, titles, thumbnails, etc. So I'd love to share my knowledge with you guys and get some tips and tricks from you guys on that. So probably this weekend I'll do something like that. And NKR is definitely welcome to join us for that too. Who just joined in? What up, NKR?
Okay, so you're gonna. Oh yeah, speaking of hook sets, um, for my 50 hook sets, like basically the first 20 hook sets, the way I got it, it's basically I just go on any servers and look for people who like fishing, and I try to get them to hook set to me. So they could be like literally like appropriate websites, of course, like any like maybe game servers, maybe like social media. Just go on there, like ask, hey, any of y'all into fishing? If you guys, any of you in the chat who's watching this, who came actually to come hook set to me because of the reason, you'll know the drill. Like any of y'all into fishing, please go hook set my channel if you haven't. And I leave my channel name. And yeah, as you were saying, like 1 to 2% rate. That's like basically most of people just look at, oh yeah, advertisement. Guess what? And then like there's actually about 1 to 2% people who actually came and hook set to me and become long-term viewers.
Yeah, and I would love to talk more like that. I'd say that's okay, but that's probably not the most effective way to go out and search and try to find people who are there's ways to have people who like fishing come to you without you looking for them, and I'd love to talk to you guys on this weekend in my stream that I'm probably going to have how you can use the 2 of the 4 social medias I have. I'd say 2 are most effective for growing your channel and getting you more viewership: Fishbrain and Instagram. I can show you how to get how to use Fishbrain and Instagram to your advantage to grow your channel exponentially.
Fishbrain and Instagram.
Yep, those are the top 2 social medias you have because you'll have people constantly coming to you, being put in front of your face. You don't have to go look for them that like fishing. Fishbrain, everyone on there is going to like fishing. Instagram, you can go on there, and I'll talk more details. I don't want to get into too much of it right now, but Instagram, basically all I see is people who fish on there. I just ignore anyone who doesn't or doesn't do outdoor stuff. And I've been sharing my channel with a lot of people.
Yeah, like they just look at you like what? Yeah, like I have Twitter. I actually don't have Instagram for some weird reason, but like for Twitter, when you go out there, they actually ask you what are your likes and dislikes, and you could just like fill out like fishing and outdoors maybe, and like people like you're gonna see other people who have a similar interest as you, and other people are gonna see you, and like I never tried to get anyone on Twitter to actually come to follow me, but people just come to follow me because they saw like my posts and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, that's gonna be a I think that's gonna be an effective way. Like it makes sense because that's like what like the social media do. They kind of put all the similar interests together. So you guys could talk, you guys could show each other your posts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll probably sit there and put together. I don't use Twitter, but I'll probably sit there and put together like 5 or 6 tips on just the basics on how to use Instagram to grow your channel because Instagram I think is one of the best by far. I'm now following 1,200 people on Instagram. Over 1,000 are following me, and lots of those people have received links to my channel, and some of them have become viewers and Hookset to me. So I think it's pretty effective. It's a good way to share your videos out. It's a good way to share your content out. Jeremy, that's cool. He's cooking tacos, man. That sounds really, really good right now. You doing soft shell tacos or you doing crunchy? Because crunchy sounds fire right now, but I'd eat anything. I want to answer Weston's question. Can you, the one part of the pond, bring that one up. Yeah. So if Is this a pond that you own? Because if it's not, you're not going to get the algae out. You're just going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to start doing punching bait. Learn about punching baits. Go online right now. Learn about punching baits and learn about topwater if you don't own it. Soft taco. That still sounds fire, Jeremy. I'll tear them up. The soft shells last longer too. They're better for leftovers and stuff like that. But he said, which there's, me, there ain't going to be leftovers if it's tacos. But Weston, if it's a pond you own, Crystalplex hasn't been the best brand for me, but it's a pretty good one. You can look into other ones, but there are a lot of algicides which kill algae, and then herbicides if you want to kill weeds as well. That actually are safe for fish. You have to get ones that aren't made for non-fishing, non-swimming areas. There's ones that are safe for humans, fish, all that stuff, and usually primarily people treat them now as quickly as possible before it gets warm. And maybe treat them once more when it gets really, really warm, whatever. And the hottest part of summer should do some killing off of the algae, and then the cold weather should do it as well. But after you've treated it and you see the results and you see that algae and weeds have gone down a lot, whatever exactly you're trying to treat for, you're going to want to, and it sounds really weird, but you're going to want to put this stuff in there. It's basically a blue dye. If you've ever seen any ponds that are blue, a lot of golf course ponds are blue, and you're like, why are they blue? Why are they dyed blue? It's not like a strong blue. It's not super unnatural, but it gives it a little blue dye, and that has to do with the photosynthetically active wavelengths. The wavelengths of light that are most photosynthetically active, so that help grow algae and help grow weeds and stuff in the water, they're not going to be able to penetrate through blue water nearly as well. So that actually is like one of the best things you can do, as weird as it sounds.
In Oregon, we use grass carp. I know the Oregon government and Fish and Wildlife Services, whatever, they just use grass carp. So there was in 2019, I remember that we're not allowed to keep grass carp just because they use them to control algae in very popular fishing spots, fishing ponds, fishing lakes. So I don't know, if it's your private pond, maybe you could contact your local Fish and Wildlife Services and try to get them to give you some stock grass carp. Otherwise, I don't know how you're gonna get them out, because I guess just follow Sunfish King's advice. Use some algae
Grass carp
control.
doesn't eat that. Grass carp don't really eat much algae. They mostly eat the weeds, so they're not going to do much for algae. And if they don't have the proper oxygen, they end up dying in there. Then all their nutrients are just going to go to growing a bunch of algae. So grass carp is not really a great solution. They're good for if you have a lot of vegetation and you want to deal with a little bit of it. You put a couple small grass carp in there, and then you remove them when they get big. You don't let them take out so much that they take away the bass's habitat and stuff like that. Grass carp is a very temporary solution for ponds, and you don't want to ever put a grass carp in a small pond. I put 2 giant ones in my small pond, and it's fine as long as if I find them dead, I need to take their bodies out quick. I just put them in for me to catch, not for them to do anything. But I wouldn't recommend even that. Putting maybe a couple small grass carp in a big pond, but it's not a very recommended thing, especially because they're completely
more. Is Jeremy? Is anyone on Discord? I don't know.
I don't know what Discord is.
Oh, you don't know? A few days ago, I think it's King Beats, or he's referred to Victor. He actually asked my Discord. If you're watching this, I haven't made it yet. I'm super busy editing my videos. Am I gonna make it tonight or tomorrow? Discord is basically a social media, kind of but you could. I would like to say it's Facebook, but it's not really. Jeremy, if you have a better explanation for that,
Yeah, for sure. And also, Jeremy, is there anything that it could do for me as far as helping my channel? Because otherwise, I don't think I'm super interested in it. I have enough social medias, and it's I don't need any more personal social medias. If I have a social media, I want it to either help my channel or expose me to a bunch of cool new stuff. And I don't want a TikTok. I don't want to I'm pretty much good at the 4 I have. I can't even handle uploading to those.
Wait, I mean, you could create a Discord fishing group, and people can add you in.
You started a fishing channel on Discord, not many people on it. Oh, okay. Well, if I do end up getting a Discord, I'll be right on your fishing channel, but I don't know, man. So how's it a channel? So do you share videos on there and stuff?
I mean, isn't it supposed to be a group or something like that?
Oh, it's a private chat, but you can share links.
So without getting demonetized with a watch time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. It's not probably something I'll get in the near future, unfortunately.
How come you have like so many social media? Like,
Me,
yeah, like I mean,
I
I just
only had
know
fish. So I only had Fishbrain for the longest time. I didn't have anything else. That was my only social media. And then I got Fish Angler right about the time I got my YouTube channel. And then I recently just got Instagram, and I went ahead and just did Facebook with it because everything you post on Instagram can also be posted on Facebook. And I don't know what exactly Facebook does for me besides just having another platform out there to share links and share channel and stuff like that. But I would say getting Instagram is one of the best decisions I made. I would definitely love to talk to you more about this weekend about why I did and why it's super effective for me. But basically, my story is a place where I can share videos, and I can. What I really love to do is support other people. So I've got this whole story highlight thing on there that's always up there, and it's called the YouTube fam. And anyone who joins on there, who I am like super supportive of, like Off the Hook Outdoors, Justin to Fishing, Show Me Creeks. I've got Sharp Fishing TV on there. I don't know if Griffin at Forward Fishing has an Instagram. If he does, I'll add him on there. But like, yeah, all my friend Dallas, Bassman Outdoors. I've got their. It says like subscribe to them, and it's got like a picture of them and everything like that. So it's a way for me to share other people out. And then anytime somebody follows, I go follow a lot of people who do fishing and stuff like that. They'll follow me back, and then I'll send them a link to my channel so they can check it out if they want, especially if they have a channel.
What's Fish Angler? Fish Angler is basically like Fishbrain, right?
It's got more people on it than Fishbrain. Yeah, it's Fishbrain, but it's more active and it's more worldwide.
Hey, funny thing, I actually ditched Fish Angler. I think I downloaded Fish Angler first, cause like it didn't require any email, and I mean like that's before like I created my Gmail stuff. It didn't require email. You just get on there, and I actually didn't use it for some reason. I was never like active on there, and I mean like I just scroll on there like and stuff like that. And then I did. I actually linked it to my Twitter, yeah. And then I just deleted it, and like half a month later, I just used Fishbrain. So that's funny. Like I kind of ditched it for some weird reason. Like I don't even remember. Like I just stopped using it and started Fishbrain.
Yeah, I've got plenty of hook sets from having Fish Angler, and I've met some cool people on there. And one of my giveaway winners for the baits was actually someone I met exclusively on Fish Angler. So I would say, like I said, Fishbrain and Instagram are definitely the biggest two to help you. If you want to supplement that a little bit more, I would say next go Fish Angler, and then next go Facebook. If you want to do another one, you do TikTok. TikTok gets you a lot of recognition, but almost none of that ever turns into viewers or subscribers on YouTube. So that's why I don't do TikTok.
People just scroll through it, kind of like shorts on YouTube. Like
Yeah,
basically, it just pops on your homepage and then you just scroll through it.
That's exactly what the shorts on YouTube is supposed to be like TikTok. That's why it doesn't give you like viewership and stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't give you watch time, monetization, stuff like that. But I think I'm very proud of that last video I did because it is extremely hard to get people to actually take the time to like a video, let alone hit that big red button and hook set to you just from a short. I thought it was incredible. I'm curious to go on right now or really soon on my YouTube studio and see exactly how many people actually clicked that link from that short video because it might have been all 39 that happened overnight. You can actually look up that in analytics.
Like
Weston Hamilton.
would you suggest other people to like download like TikTok?
Not before. If you don't have an Instagram, then no. For your if you it depends on what your goal is. If this is for trying to get your channel name out there and stuff like that, I would definitely say number one Fishbrain or number one tied is Fishbrain and Instagram. Instagram might even be more helpful if you want me to be honest. You just got to know how to do it. And then I would say next maybe get a Facebook and Fish Angler. TikTok is like if you think you can handle another social media, but I think it's going to take more time from your uploading and your posting to the other social medias than it's going to be any amount of benefit to you. So I would just say ignore TikTok completely.
Like the only thing like TikTok does is like if you have more followers on TikTok in our school, like the more popular you are, like that's the only thing it does.
Gotcha.
Like,
I'd be a complete loser in your school because I don't have a TikTok.
are you good? If you're good, we're gonna add you back in. Okay, 20 more minutes. Okay, do you want to keep the stream going? Because I might need to go up there to get some, like, I don't know, something to eat or snack like that. Because, like, after 20 minutes, Albert's going to come in, and then you guys can talk for a while, and then I'm going to come back. Okay? That sounds good?
Yeah. So what are you saying? You want to go get something to eat right now? Is that what you're saying?
No. Like, after Albert comes back, like, you guys can keep the conversation going. Like, I'm just going to go up there and get a snack or something like that.
Sounds good. I couldn't find out whether being a guest for sure uses up my stream time or not. So this will be interesting because I've got 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Well, I guess we're just going to test it out. I'm going to run the stream to 3 hours, I guess. Yeah. Like, if you...
For sure, yeah, if you hit 3 hours and I'm still in here, then I don't think it's using up my stream time.
Because, like, you go on the multi-species weeklies, right? And, like...
No, I only do 1 out of every 3. We do it on my channel, then we do it on Harrison's channel, we do it on Griffin. So next week, next Tuesday, it's going to be on Forward Fishing's channel.
Yeah, you guys rotate it.
Jeremy doesn't think it does. Thanks, Jeremy. And Jeremy, I found out, in case you didn't know, the 23rd. It's not your stream time on StreamYard does not reset on the 1st. It's the 23rd of every month. Very weird. So I'm very soon going to run out of stream time. I think. All right. So I think I have 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I'll run out on the. Like the 23rd is when I get more, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Sure. Weston, go download Fish Angler. I'm actually going to download it right now. Albert's here to help me give me 20 minutes to go up there and take a rest. Sure. I'm going to get my glasses. Okay, so I'm going to mute myself and then stop cam myself. You guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm pretty sure both Albert and Sunfish Gang, you guys are pretty wise. You guys know what to talk about and what not to talk about. So, yeah, like just monitor it, I guess. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably will be back in less than 30 minutes.
Sure.
If something like wrong goes, if something goes wrong, I'll either email Albert or I'll just DM me on Fishbrain about it, and then I don't know. You guys could get out of there, like leave it, and I'll end it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See ya in like a while.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
And Sunfish Assassin just comes back.
Yep. What up, Sunfish Assassin? So, Fish Slayer Freshwater just left. I guess he's going to get some food or something like that. And Albert just came back. I've got some stuff that we could talk about for sure, unless Albert has anything that he had planned to talk about or anything. Is that a no?
Yeah, I think we can just let you Sunfish King to talk. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and just let me know if you do have anything you want to pop in and say for sure, since this is your guys'
Wait,
thing.
hold on. I think I'm hearing some echo.
Echo? All right, yeah, guys, let us know in the chat.
Hold on. 1 second.
Let us know in the chat if there's a audio issue, because I'm not. Let me turn it up.
Wait, I think I might have a live stream playing on a different tab. My tabs aren't very organized, so that may be the issue.
Yeah, you can't have it open on anything else. You might hear some problems.
Oh, yeah,
all right,
that's
so
the
anyway.
issue. Okay, this should be fixed. Okay.
No, Weston Hamilton, I wouldn't go that far. He said, okay, thanks, Sunfish Assassin. I really appreciate it. And
anyways, I was saying, like, Sunfish King can just go and say whatever you want for now, and then I'll just join in with whatever I have to say.
Sounds great. So Off the Hook Outdoors is back. Awesome. And thank you, Sunfish Assassin and Jeremy, for letting us know that the audio is good. I don't know if you can make moderators, Albert, or if it just has to be Fish Slayer, but Sunfish Assassin and Jeremy, I think Jeremy's already a moderator, but Sunfish Assassin would be an absolutely awesome moderator. Weston Hamilton says Sunfish King's the king, and I guess that Weston Hamilton, I'll download it. Comment's just going to stay up there unless Albert has some way to click it and make it go away. I think that might be Fish Slayer's ability, though. But Weston Hamilton said Sunfish is the king of Sunfish, and Sunfish Assassin is the assassin of Sunfish. I wouldn't go that far just because I consider like a king, like, you know, a king. Sunfish Assassin is a very, very good sunfish angler. I wouldn't say that I'm like better than him at all. He's got much more experience than me. He's been fishing for many years, and I've been fishing for about a little over 1 year. So It sounds cool to say the king of sunfish, but I wouldn't I don't call myself the sunfish king just to claim any title and say that I'm like better than anybody else. I just think that it sounds cool and it looks cool on a shirt, and it's a good name for a channel. And hopefully I don't get it. Hopefully I don't get that name stolen by some company or something, because it'd be awesome to make some panfish baits one day called Sunfish King. That'd be awesome. Jeremy, eater of mini fish, LOL, or something like that. Yep, Jeremy's the eater of mini fish. I'm the eater of anything, man.
Yeah. I sometimes also like fry up the smaller ones. If you can get the smaller ones, you have like the bones and just crisp it up. You can like basically eat everything except for like the center of the spine on like the smaller 4-inch, 5-inch fish, and I think that they actually do taste fine. Just I'd rather have the bigger ones.
Yeah, a lot of people. Sometimes smaller ones taste better, but a lot of people, if they catch the big ones, they fillet them, and if they catch the small one, they do them whole, like cut off the head, take the guts out, either fry them or however they're going to cook them whole. I've done both ways with all types of fish. I don't generally try to keep too small a fish unless I'm harvesting from a pond, and if I'm keeping really small fish, I tend to try to use them for bait. I don't think are you in Oregon as well?
Yeah.
Albert, yeah, you can't use live bait. You can't use live bait, can you, in that state?
No, we can't. Sad.
Yeah.
Do anything in Oregon.
Yeah, we can use bluegills and stuff as live bait for sure.
You can do cut bait, which is good too.
Got it. So, I'm gonna extend. Let's see. Sunfish Assassin said, "I would like to fish with you, Kieran. You're smart and interested in fish. It's hard to find people to talk about environments and fish science." Yeah, man, I would love to. I would definitely love to get together with you sometime. I just have to get. We'd have to both have the time at the same time, and I just have to get enough money put away for gas to get down there. And I don't know if there'd be a place for me to stay, or if I would have to pay for a hotel, or like if we meet somewhere halfway. I don't know, man. We've got to work that out sometime though. That's like one of those things that'd be awesome, Assassin. It would definitely be cool. And we'd have to put that on YouTube, man. The Sunfish King and the Sunfish Assassin. That's a collab of the century, man. Very, very cool.
I kind of wanted to go back to like Iowa in like my childhood fishing spot where like I first started fishing and just fish for all types of species there. But like I feel like that's kind of a bit of a stretch this year because like we have my grandparents living here right now and we don't want to take any risks with them catching the virus. So yeah. Anyways, whenever the virus does get better, I really want to consider going to that place in Iowa to fish. Cause you know freshwater drum?
Yeah, we got them here for sure.
Yeah, I remember something about how there were freshwater drumming like the Kansas, Missouri area. Anyways, I think they taste good and they grow to really big sizes and well, not really big. They're like a foot consistently at that place, and usually a bit longer than that. So that's like a decent slab of meat right there. So, and I just recently was when I found out that some people call them trash fish, which is weird because like I always thought they tasted better than a lot of other fish. And
gotcha.
yeah,
I've had them fried. I've had them fried and just a couple times. And I think every time I made them with a bunch of other fish, and I couldn't tell which one was the freshwater drum, which one was the other fish for sure. But I've got some right now in the freezer, and I need to make it. And I'll probably make it a little different way or something, and then I'll give a better taste test on it or whatever.
my dad doesn't like eating fish that much, but he says drum is pretty good.
I love fish. I eat too much fish. That's how I'm gonna die. Is like mercury poisoning or one of those other types of poisoning or something. Sunfish Assassin fishes for everything where he's at. Me too, man. Me too.
Drum are like super easy to catch. Like that's like back then catching drum is like the equivalent of say catching trout here or stock trout here. It's like super easy to catch them in that one place, and they're stacked and big. Yeah, so we'd always have a lot in the freezer to eat.
I always catch drum on worms, but I need to start fishing for them with lures because I know that they look like a bottom feeding fish that wouldn't be aggressive, but they're extremely predatory. They'll attack lures all the time. which is crazy. So I need to start fishing for them with those. I'd like to go somewhere that has a like red drum, you know, somewhere down south, like in like I don't know, like Gulf area or something, somewhere around. And they have these big red drum, and they will attack a topwater. They'll attack a lot of different things, and they look like they fight really hard. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Speaking of being in the south, what I really want is just catching some live crayfish and just having a big crawdad boil. I just think that sounds super good, but like I've never had like a proper crawdad boil. Like I've had a few that I've caught from just as a bycatch from fishing. I see them, grab them, and just boil them, and they're really good. Just there's not enough, which is the issue.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've done it. I've done a big one time. It's a shame that I don't think Nate V is still in here. If you are, go ahead and comment. But he's from Wisconsin. I went to Wisconsin one summer, and they've got the rusty red, you know, crayfish, crawdad, whatever you want to call them. And it's invasive. It's getting invasive in a lot of different places around the country. And the DNR out there had a reward, 10 cents per crayfish or something like that. You bring them in, and like 1 cent per crayfish. I don't know what the exact, but it was something that sounded small. But if you brought in traps of them, you could actually, you know, make it was like making more money than doing scrap metal. If anyone's ever done that,
Kind of
for
like,
sure. But we caught a bunch, and we didn't even feel like taking them in for the reward. We just boiled them all up, and what we did was we put out crayfish traps in just some smaller lake in Wisconsin, but we did hot dogs and stuff in there, hot dog, Vienna sausages, whatever. And we boiled up a lot of crayfish.
Nice.
It was really, really, really good.
Yeah,
Mud bugs.
So in Oregon, they also have like one of those similar catch programs. So basically, there's this species called the northern pike minnow, kind of like yellowish, silver, and they basically eat a ton of salmon eggs. So what the Department of Fish and Wildlife here does is that they give out bounties. Like I don't know the exact things. So like there's different size ranges, and they're like a minimum of 10 inches or something like that, and you get like $6 or $8 or $10 depending on the size of the fish for one of them. And there's also specially tagged fish in the rivers that have like tags on their fins, and those fish are worth $500 if you can catch one of them, which is actually kind of cool. I've always wanted to catch them, but I just don't know where is the best place.
Sunfish Assassin, I've heard, you can look it up online. I've heard that even better than crayfish traps, I've heard people go out with a trash bag, like a medium-sized trash bag full of, or even a big one, full of old chicken bones and stuff like that. Like, you know, whatever's left from a chicken after you cook it. And they throw it all in a bag, and two people will take it. And if you ever worked a seine net, it's like that. They'll slow drag it along the bottom. And apparently that's one of the best ways to get crayfish. If you can find an area that's got them, it works a lot better and a lot quicker than a crawdad trap, apparently.
Jeremy, you are very lucky. I really want crawfish here.
Yeah, you can buy them here too, for sure. But yeah, down in Louisiana, everybody has whatever mud bug, whatever you call them, crawfish,
Nothing
crayfish, crawdads. Have those boils down there. They do it Cajun and stuff like that. Really good, delicious. We even made some crawdad pasta in Wisconsin. That was really good.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. Actually, let me say this. Y'all keep. Albert, how long can you stay till?
I can probably stay for like 5 more minutes because like piano.
Oh yeah, you have. You're right. Sunfish King. If you wanna see if you will run out of street time, I'm happy to keep a stream going because I also need to go like in 5 minutes. So me and Albert will like leave, and you could go like if you want to, like you could keep the stream going, and I'll like end it at the 3-hour mark. Does that sound good to you?
But I don't want you to leave and then have like everyone leave the chat and then have this thing just be open with no one in it or something like that. So
no, people are gonna be in there. Like just I mean like, or do you just want me to end it at a 2-hour mark? So like, because both me and Albert probably gotta go.
Yeah.
I'd say if the host has to go, I'd say in the stream when he has to leave. That's pretty much a general rule for live streams. Don't leave a
Okay,
don't just
so,
leave a guest on.
So how? I mean, I think we could start taking guest speakers right now for the last 8 minutes. Like 7 people in chat, each people get a minute. I still want all of you still in the chat. Get you guys recognition because for staying that long. So any of y'all guest speakers, I'm gonna give you guys a link. Sunfish King, Albert, does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so I'm gonna start taking guest speakers. So
So what did you say? You said we're gonna go for about 8 more minutes. Is that what you said?
yeah, till
Okay.
the 2 hour, maybe a little bit longer. We're just gonna start taking guest speakers now. Just introduce themselves. Maybe say a bait like they would like to throw the best, like their favorite bait to throw, why, and maybe introduce their channel if they do have a channel, and maybe talk about their other social medias. Kind of just give them a recognition for staying that long because it's quite a long stream.
Yep. If anyone's in here and hasn't hit the like button, Jeremy says don't forget to hit the like. That would help Fish Layer out for sure.
So I just left it in the description. Sorry, not in the description, in the chat. We're gonna go on a max of 4 people. So just first one to get in, I'll just get you on the screen. Kind of just talk about your channel, your other social media, maybe. And like your favorite bait to throw and why. If of course, if you want, of course. I'm not gonna force you to do that. Kind of just give you a recognition.
Yep. So this is an opportunity if anyone wants to come on and just share something about their channel or whatever. You don't have to though. If nobody wants to come in, we can keep it going for the 8 minutes. I can talk fishing no matter what. And I think it's crazy. Jeremy said they're having a 150-pound crawdad boil this weekend. That's nuts. That is nuts. So
Okay.
Sunfish Assassin, Louisiana pinks, are those like skinny worms, more like the real red worms, or are those big fat ones like the night crawlers? Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be the skinnier ones like the red ones. Those ones the little action of those skinny ones seems to work better for panfish for me. If I'm fishing for something big like big bass or catfish, I'll use the night crawlers on a bigger hook because I don't want the bait stealers to come and get them. But yeah, tell me about Louisiana pinks. Nate V's back. Worm and Bob are back. Nate, we were talking about Wisconsin and the what's it called, the rusty crawfish or whatever, the invasive ones. How they were giving away a reward at one point when I was there over the summer for people bringing those in, and we took a bunch of them, but we didn't get the reward. We just ended up boiling them all and eating them, and it was delicious. And then Jeremy said I like cold worms. Has anybody ever tried putting pineapple juice on worms? I know it sounds weird, but I don't know if it's the acid or if it's whatever's in the pineapple juice, electrolytes. It makes the worms go absolutely nuts. So you put them in the water, they're just wiggling and going crazy. So if the water's really murky or something like that, it really can attract fish from a further distance. It's like one of those old fisherman tricks. They take a can of pineapple juice, like real pineapple juice, or just get some pineapple chunks and they just drain the juice onto the worms. And then they let the worms sit overnight. And then they drain a little bit off, but they leave a little bit of pineapple juice, and they put the worms and the dirt, and they put it in a little Tupperware or whatever container, and they bring it with them fishing. Super worm.
That's crazy. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, no, it's real. I didn't make it up. Look up pineapple juice worms. It's definitely a real thing. 100%. 100% of 100%.
I mean,
So
I
is
know,
no one joining? It's fine if no one joins. We can talk for the next 5 minutes, whatever. It's
Yeah.
cool with
I
me.
don't see anyone here.
I think we should plan on doing just one live stream regardless during spring break, just because we have that time and they're probably going to target some bluegill during that week. So if the weather warms up during spring break that week, we might do a live stream, right? Just fishing at St. Louis Ponds for bluegill and see how many we can get.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I would do one. I would do one phone and just
wait.
have you guys both there because if you have two,
Off
it'll
the
be
hook is
audio.
here. We're gonna add off the hook here. Hi,
What up, man?
What's up?
Tell the people who you are and tell them about your channel if they don't know.
Yeah, man, I'm Off the Hook Outdoors. I'm a fairly new YouTuber, so I like to support all you guys, getting on here and watching your live streams. I don't do any live streaming, but I just like to participate and support you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate the support. If anyone knows me, they know I'm all about the support. And this is Off the Hook Outdoors is my man. So if you guys have not checked out his channel, you guys need to do that. He's a really, really cool guy. He's got an awesome channel, and one of my favorite things is that he takes his kid, like he has a lot of videos that involve his kids and his family, and I'm all about the family aspect of it. I think it's great. So definitely a cool guy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
And also check out the live stream he and Sunfish King did. Like,
Yeah, I did an interview. If you want to know anything about him, there's a 4-hour interview on my channel where we talked about everything musky. We talked about fishing. We talked about his apparel. We talked about all types of stuff at his channel.
Talk about my boy right here on my bed. See that coyote here? I shot him a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he sleeps with me at night right here.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I skinned a coyote one time. I didn't shoot it, but I skinned one for like my science teacher one time just because I was interested in it. It smelled so bad. It's one of the nastiest smelling things.
Real bad. I shot him. I was actually bear hunting, and he came through, and it was legal to shoot him. I shot him.
Nice. Did you get a bear? Have you shot a bear?
I have not. I've seen 2 bear. I don't bear hunt anymore. This was a few years ago, and but I've seen 2, and I never got a shot at any of them.
So what gun did you have to take a bear down with?
I had at the time I had a 30-06. It was my dad's 30-06.
Okay.
Now I have a 300 Win Mag. So if I was to ever go elk or bear again, I have a big enough gun to do it.
I don't know if anyone's heard about Missouri where I live, but we just did our first elk season, and it's like they're so protected that honestly, all the scientists are saying we shouldn't have had a season yet, but they just want to, keep the interest going and everything like that from the hunters and everything. They offered. Here's the way they did it. The only way for it to make sense would either be incredibly expensive tags for it and just do the 5, which nobody wanted to do. But instead, what they did, they offered 5 tags. That was it, and all 5 got taken. Wow. But they had 5. That's it for the whole state for the whole season, and all 5 were taken. And it was a raffle. You put some amount in to be entered in a raffle, and 5 people were selected. So they raised a bunch of money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars through that raffle for those 5 elk. So we're trying to have an elk season continuing going forward, which is cool. It's the first one we've ever had in Missouri.
Yeah, and I'm sure all that money will go to help the elk.
That's the idea. Yeah, to help manage them and help increase the population and have intelligent legislation and stuff like that about it.
Probably for the habitat improvements too for them or something like that.
Definitely, because I know because they're not native to the area, you've definitely got to do some modifications to the environment to make it ideal for them, or some work to get them to an ideal environment in the state. So probably an expensive process.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, I think I don't see anyone else in the chat, so any of y'all are okay with it?
All right, man. Well, thank you. Check out my channel, and I appreciate it. I have a giveaway video up right now, so go check that out.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining for sure.
Guys.
Later, bud.
Bye.
Yeah, he's giving away a like $250 fishing leather jacket by Ranger Boats. He's completely free. He's giving it away.
Okay, so I guess that's it for today. Probably either I don't have like my phone service isn't that good right now, so streaming spring break while fishing probably isn't gonna be ideal. Albert, great idea. We'll probably just fish and then we'll stream another time, but hopefully we could hit 75 hook sets by then, so we could actually like have a reason to stream. So please go hook set to me if you haven't. Like this stream actually, if you haven't, and go share my videos and check out Sunfish King. Send Hookset to him too. That's about it. So I'm gonna end broadcast right now. That's good with y'all.
Yeah, hold on. Let me tell just real quick. Please join me Friday. I'm going to be doing live unboxing. If anyone's still in here, and you can end this in like 30 seconds. I just want to make this quick announcement. I'm doing a live unboxing of these 2 tackle boxes. One is bass, one is panfish and trout. So I'm going to do that on my channel, and it'll probably just be on YouTube. So I'll have unlimited stream time, hopefully. And then also this weekend, I'm doing that content creator thing. And Fish Layer, Albert, you guys are welcome to join that content creator thing. It's going to be Saturday or Sunday. I'll let you know when it is. And I think it'd be a really good discussion for you guys to join in if you have time. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
Yeah, I'll come. Hopefully, I don't know about Albert, but I'm going to come to the the unboxing on Friday, I think. Because I've got my notification set up. I could come in anytime, just like when you start the stream. So that's it for today. Weston said bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for
Thanks for
coming.
joining us, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Bye
Check
now.
out my man Fish Slayer if you haven't. Head on over to his channel, hit that red button, hit that notification button, and check out some of his videos.
So see ya.
See ya. Bye.